Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the products that I have been using for my baby. Now this is going to be between 0 to 6 months. Technically my baby is not 6 months yet. She will be in 9 days, but I still thought that this was quite a big list, and these are the products that I have been loving, that she's been loving, we've been using. Obviously, let's get into it. But before we get into the baby products, I did want to talk about some products for the mamas. And I have a few products that I've been using postpartum. I didn't want to make a whole dedicated video on postpartum products because there weren't really that many, but there were a few that I've been using a lot and really have been loving for that time. So we'll get into that first. The first item that I wanted to talk about are nursing bras, and the nursing bras that I have been using this time around are the ones from Auden, and I apologize if this looks really grubby. This is a brand from Target. Now this is with my second baby. With my first baby, I just used nursing bras from Amazon and I didn't really love them as much, but with the Auden ones I have been really loving how this fits. They don't have removable pads with this one. It's already just sewn in there, and they just look a lot nicer and just feel nicer, and they don't feel as itchy. I feel like the ones that I used from Amazon felt a little scratchy and itchy against my skin, and with this one it's so much more comfortable. Now I did have to get these bras in 2 different sizes. I had to get one size up because right when I had my baby and my milk was coming in, so my normal size just was a little too tight, but once it started kind of regulating a bit more and my breasts were going down and they weren't as engorged, I was able to go back in my regular size. So I did get these in 2 different sizes and they have been my favorite so far. Next products that I have been loving are just a pair of pajamas from Target. Now this is by the brand Stars Above, and I just love these pajama sets because they're just so comfortable to wear. Now I wouldn't say that these are must-haves. These are just items that they're really nice to have postpartum. And if you guys aren't familiar with my labor and delivery story, I ended up having to get a C-section with my second daughter Penelope, and I was just left obviously with a scar, and that needed to heal over time. So I was trying to be really careful about the stuff that I wear, and these pajamas have been really great because the elastic around the bottoms are not too tight, and you can have it sit like above the scar. That was something I was kind of stressed out over after I had the baby. It was just the healing of my C-section scar, and I really didn't want anything to touch it while it was healing. So I was trying to find more comfortable clothes to wear, and these pajamas have been really great at night, and they're comfortable and they didn't feel too constricting on me. Last products that I have been loving postpartum wise were ordering mesh underwear off of Amazon. Now again, because I did have a C-section, I was just really careful about what touches around the scar, and my normal underwear, the elastic around it would hit the scar. So I did order more mesh underwear off of Amazon. They were pretty inexpensive. They just worked really well. I of course used the ones from the hospital, but I did want to order a lot more. All right, now moving on to the baby stuff. I have this separated in different categories. I'm going to start off with the feeding category first. Now, the bottles that Penelope has been using, and I actually just got this last week, but they are the Tomo bottles. Now, I actually had bottles before these ones. I had the Medela ones, and then I had the Philip Advent ones, and she just did not like using them, which I was really surprised, because even though I know that every baby is different and some babies like this product and other babies don't like this product, my first daughter Cami was totally fine with using Medela and Philip's bottles, and Penelope just did not like both of those as much, and she really struggled with those bottles. But with the Tomo bottles, she likes these a lot more, and feeding with a bottle has been a lot easier with these ones. Now for burp cloths, I actually didn't really buy any. We did get gifted some, but I did want to share the ones that have been my favorite, and the ones that have been my favorite are the fleece blankets. Now, I got so many of these with Cami, but from all the burp cloths that we have these fleece ones. We also have some muslin ones. We have kind of like smaller, more towel-like burp cloths. These have just been my favorite, and the reason why is because I really like how you can fold it, and it's just a lot more structured. With the muslin birth cloths, I just feel like they're so huge and very thin, and this one, it's thin, but it's also a little on the thicker side because of the fleece. These have just been really great to use, very easy to fold, and they have just been my favorite. Moving on to the clothes. Now, I haven't been buying a whole bunch of clothes for her. We've been using hand-me-downs. She's been gifted some stuff. I will pick her up some things here and there. And then the two brands I did want to give a shout out to is number one, Burt's Bees Babies. I have been starting to shop from Burt's Bees Babies more, and what I really love is just the designs of it. They are just so cute. It's totally my style, but they also have pretty good sales. With Burt's Bees Babies, I do notice that when I wash it, it doesn't really look as worn, and they're just really cute, and they do have sales quite a bit, so I love shopping from there. The next place that I do really like is Kite Baby. Now, Kite Baby I know is so pricey, and they did have a sale recently, so I did pick up some. These have been really great because they are stretchy, they're lightweight, and they are double zip as well, so changing is a lot easier. I don't really like the buttons as much when it comes to onesies. We like the zippers. Alright, next we are moving on to the sleep category. Now, I have a few items to talk about for here. The first are swaddles. Now, I don't have the swaddles on me right now, but I did want to give a shout out to Swaddle Me Swaddles. They are the swaddles that I just swear by because they really helped us with Cami when she was a baby. We were not really great at folding the swaddles, and the Velcro ones were just a lot easier to use. They really just bundled her up so she was all nice and cozy and didn't get her arms out. We did use them with Penelope, but then we did end up switching her to the sleep sack because we did notice that she liked to get her arms out of the swaddle. The sleep sacks that we have been using, this, I apologize if this looks kind of grubby, this was Cami's, but we've been using it with Penelope. We've been using the Halo sleep sack. I like this sleep sack the best because it's on the more lightweight side. I do get nervous about her getting hot, so I do like that this is a little bit more lightweight when she has her pajamas on. The other sleep sacks that we have been using is from Burt's Bees Babies, and they are a little bit more thicker than the Halo sleep sack. Now, I did go with Burt's Bees Babies instead of getting another Halo sleep sack just because this was a little bit more inexpensive, and they're also just really cute. Now, the last item I'm going to talk about in this category I don't have with me because it's in the girls' room, but it is the Hatch nightlight and sound machine. Now, this is something I didn't have with Cami, but I wish I did, and we got it as a gift for Penelope. But what I do like about this is that not only can you change the color and the sounds of it, but you can have it running all night, and you can put a timer on it, or you don't have to put a timer on it. That was something that was a little bit of an issue for us when Cami was younger, when she was going to bed, because she wasn't really a big sound machine baby, but when she started becoming more like 2 and 3, she liked sleeping with the sound machine, and the ones that we had a timer on it for like 10 minutes and we couldn't adjust it. It was pretty cheap. I got it from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but it was a pain in the butt because it would turn off after like 10 minutes, and then we have to go in and turn it back on. She would like fall asleep and she hears it go off, and then she would wake up again and we have to go and press it, and it was just a pain in the butt to use. And at least with a Hatch you can have it running like all night. It has an app to it so you can use it on your phone, and it's just a really nice product to use when they're a baby, but also as they're growing older. Cami really likes it. She's 5 years old. I feel like out of all the trendy baby products there are out there, the Hatch has been really cool and great to use. Alright, so let's talk about the toys. Now, I do have a few in this category, and I'm actually kind of surprised because I do feel like when Cami was a baby, there weren't really that many toys that she like loved. And with Penelope, she did get gifted a couple toys and she has been really loving, so I did want to talk about them. Alright, so the first toy is this, what's it called? It's called the Manhattan Toy Winkle Rattle and Sensory Teether Toy. And Penelope got this as a gift, and to be honest, I didn't really think much of this toy because again, Cami didn't really care for baby toys, so I'm like, I don't know, is she gonna care for toys? And we gave this to her, and she's been really loving this. And I did notice, like, even on my friends' baby registries, they had this toy on here, so I'm like, what's so special about this? But what Penelope really likes about this toy is that it's really easy to grab. So she's able to keep it in her hand. She's really into grabbing at the moment, so it's easy for her to grab. It of course rattles. It's just very bright, very colorful. She loves playing with this one, and it's lightweight as well. It's not like a heavy rattle toy. Now, the next toy we actually got from her off of Amazon, and it's a teether toy. What's really nice about this, it fits them like a glove. They're able to put their hand in here, and they have a little like bar that they can hold on to, and these arms, they're able to stick it in their mouth like a pacifier. That is something that we did notice with Penelope. She's not really a huge pacifier baby, and we would put the pacifier in her mouth, but she would suck on it and then spit it out. Whereas Cami was a complete pacifier baby. We don't really give Penelope the pacifier still, but with this one, she's able to hold on to it and chew on it like a pacifier. So this has been a really nice product for her. And then the last baby toy I wanted to talk about, I don't have it with me, it's downstairs in the basement, but it's a floor mat that can play sounds. And this is something we didn't have with Cami in our home. The floor mats that we had with Cami, they were the ones that had the poles and the toys hanging from the poles, and she didn't really care for it as much, but I felt like with a floor mat that can play sounds, it's fun for them to kick and interact with a lot more. And so with Penelope, she did get it as a gift for Christmas, and she's been playing with it a lot. It's actually a nice toy to listen to because I do get triggered by toys that make sounds and they're electric and they're just very loud. But at least with that one, it's nice music for them to play with and not really loud, obnoxious sounds that are being made. Sometimes it does make obnoxious sounds, but for the most part, it has nice music. So I don't mind with that toy, and she plays with it. Next item I wanted to talk about are waterproof bags. Now, this is something we didn't have with Cami, but I really wish I had it on my registry, and I saw someone on YouTube talking about having this on their registry or what they're getting for the baby, and I just thought it was a really good idea. So we picked it up for Penelope. I have already been using this a lot when I am out and about and she has a blowout or she wets herself through the clothes. It's been really nice to throw it in the waterproof bag. It doesn't get anywhere in the diaper bag, and I just throw both in the wash, and I wish I thought of it with Cami. Alright, now the last category I wanted to talk about, I am labeling this as the nice to have. Now, I didn't want to say this is like a must have, like you have to go to the store, you have to get this, but these have been products that have been really nice to use with Penelope. I'm not gonna lie. The first one I'm gonna talk about is the Snuggle Me Lounger. Now, this was actually a hand-me-down from my cousin. She gave it to us, and I gotta say, it's been nice to use. I didn't have this with Cami, but what has been really nice about this is that you're able to like put this on the bed or put this on the ground or on the couch, and when they are not mobile, they can just lay there. And it's nice to have them right next to you. Now, I know that there is the Snuggle Me Lounger and the DockATot, and we don't have a DockATot. The DockATot is really cute. What I did here with the DockATot is that in the middle, they have another cushion, and with the Snuggle Me Lounger, I don't think you can really tell, but they don't have a cushion where they actually lay, which I do kind of wish we had that cushion, so it's just a lot more comfortable. Now I do know that with the Snuggle Me Lounger and with the DockATot Lounger, the difference between the two is that the DockATot has the cushion in the middle and the Snuggle Me Lounger does not. I do kind of wish that we had the cushion in the middle. We don't have a DockATot, although I kind of wish we did. I do wish that there was a cushion in the middle for when I lay her on here, because sometimes if this is just on the ground and it's kind of hard, like just laying on floor, you know, it's not really nice and cushiony. But overall, I do really like this product. We have been using this quite a bit. Now the last item I'm going to be talking about in this video, I don't have with me up here because it is in the basement and I did not want to bring it up, but it is the 4Moms Mama-Roo swing. Now this again was a hand-me-down from my cousin. I have been really liking this product a lot, and I probably would, like, if I'd known about it and see it in action up close myself, I probably would have put it on my registry or go out and purchase it ourselves because it's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Now I will say Penelope did not care for this in the first month. She didn't really care for it. It didn't really soothe her or help. She did start to like it after 1 month. What is cool about the swing is that they can swing in many different directions and ways, and it plays sounds, and you can also control the speed of the swing. It's just really cool and high tech. Now this is just a few years old, so I'm sure there's a much more newer updated model, but this is one I kind of wish we had with Cami, because the swing that she had was, I think, like a Graco swing that would just swing back and forth, and it's just one movement. You can adjust the speed of it, but even at the lowest setting it would still kind of like swing a little too fast than we would like, and at least with the Mama-Roo you can adjust the speed of it. So it has been really nice to use and I've been really happy about this product, so just putting that out there. I really like this one. Alright, and that was it for the baby products from 0 to 6 months. And again, I know it's kind of hard though when it comes to baby products because you don't really know what your baby is going to like. We all know that every baby is different. Some babies like this, other babies don't like that, and even knowing that in the back of my head, I'm still surprised that Penelope doesn't like some of the items that Cami did use and love. But I did still want to share with you guys my thoughts on these items. Let me know if you've used any of these items and your thoughts. I would love to know. Even if you don't like it, I would still love to know. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!